can start.
Can we start?
Yes.
Great. Well, I'm happy to be here with Federico, which represents Hummingbot, one of our key partners in the program of Huobi. And today, what we're going to do is pretty much discussing how to build high-frequency cryptocurrency bots in a few very easy steps. And also, Federico is going to guide us on the whole process of how to utilize Hummingbot for exactly that. So, Federico, maybe you can start by introducing yourself and introduce a little bit of the story of Hummingbot.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, hi all, I'm Federico from Argentina. Currently, I'm engineering lead in the Hummingbot Foundation, and also I teach machine learning in the university, so that's a little bit of my background. So, well, about Hummingbot, I created this presentation just to show you some of the things. We're going to start with an agenda, something about trading bots, the most common strategies, how to use Hummingbot, and then some Q&A. So, well, Hummingbot was founded in 2019 by CoinAlpha, that is a professional market maker. Right now, they are providing services to different token projects. So, well, or also with partners. So, if you need something, you can contact them. Well, Hummingbot is a tool that lets you build high-frequency trading bots. You can build market making, arbitrage, or directional bots, the kind of bot that you want. And the good thing is that it has more than 30 connectors to centralized and decentralized exchanges. How we work, we have feature agreements with the exchanges, and based on the volume that our users are trading, we receive those fee sharings, and we also use that rewards to promote bounties in our platform in GitHub to solve issues or improve our system. Currently, we are refactoring all the certified connectors, including Huobi, to the latest standards, so we are constantly improving our code base. So this is a little bit about Hummingbot. Now let's talk about what is a trading bot. A trading bot is a process that is a computer program that loops continually. Normally what it's doing is fetching information from the market or from different sources and execute transactions in the market. So that's essentially what is a trading bot. What it's going to do, because normally it's like, what is a trading bot? It's a little bit complicated, but it's simple indeed. So an important thing is that bots are clients, so you have to keep your own API keys and secrets. That's how you're going to connect, for example, with Binance, with Huobi, with Uniswap. And once you have those API keys, you can connect with the different servers. We're going to learn now, in a minute, how to create API keys for Huobi and how to start a Hummingbot client with those keys. So now let's talk about which are the most common strategies that you can use when you're trading. So first of all, we have pure market making. This is a service that the exchange needs because the exchange needs liquidity in the top of the order book. So normally the exchange is going to pay a little bit, no, sometimes a lot, to market makers to provide liquidity to the exchange. So normally the people that can have these kind of agreements are hedge funds or large institutions. But in Hummingbot, we're trying to decentralize this stuff too. And we have a minor platform where you can select different campaigns and start providing liquidity. And those campaigns are promoted or sponsored by exchanges or different token projects. So what is market making? Market making is a strategy that plays two limit orders. There are two limit orders in this case around the mid price. What are you trying to do with this type of strategies? You are going to try to capture the volatility and execute the buy and the sell order at the same time, or with some seconds of difference. So you're going to make a lot of volume with a low spread or less volume with a higher spread, but the idea is to capture the spread between these two orders. Which are the risks here? Well, you have the risk of holding the asset, the base asset. For example, if you're trading Ethereum, USDT, you're going to hold Ethereum, and the price of Ethereum can change. So that's one of the risks that you have. And the other one is the inventory risk, because if you have Ethereum and USDT and you are placing buy and a sell order, and always the buy order gets executed and never the sell order gets executed, you're going to your inventory will change a lot and you will be much more exposed to the base asset. This is a flagship strategy from Hummingbot, and it's already coded it's already available in the code base, and you have a lot of parameters to tweak and to prevent these kind of situations. So I will invite you to go to our documentation and check all the parameters that we have. So this is the first strategy. Then we have arbitrage. This is normal. I saw a lot of YouTube videos talking about arbitrage and how easy it is to make money with arbitrage. Let me tell you that is not true. It's very difficult to find these kind of opportunities because, as you can see in the image, you have to find two markets, and one of them has to cross the bid, has to cross the ask, and you have to also have this amount of profit in the middle. So this is a very difficult scenario, and probably you can find more this scenario between different dexes of different chains, or a sex and a dex. That is more the probability is higher there to find these opportunities. In this case, the only risk is the price asset, because the inventory will be the same, because once you are buying, you are selling the other exchange. So that's how arbitrage works. And the last one, and then we're going to initialize the API keys and try one of these strategies, is the cross-exchange market making. In this case, you want to find a market with low liquidity and high spread, like the market 2, and a market 1 with high liquidity and low spread. The market 1 can be Huobi, because I was looking the past few days the liquidity that we have on Huobi. Then I will run a script with Hummingbot to show you the order book comparing different exchanges, and you will see that Huobi is in the top of liquidity. So that's a good thing, because if you have a lot of liquidity, you can buy or sell at market without so much slippage, and also with a better price. So what you are going to do is to place 2 limit orders in another exchange that will be less liquid, or a new exchange or something like that. And once a sell order gets executed, you're going to go and buy market in the high liquid exchange, and you're going to get this profit, for example. So you are market making in this exchange and arbitraging in this one. So this is like a high-level introduction of our strategies. All these 3 strategies are already available in the code base. So if you want, now I will show you where is the documentation and where you can find all the things to start running these bots. But I recommend you to study a little bit more, learn, and join also our community. There are a lot of traders that are constantly running these strategies. Also, the only risk here, as the arbitrage, is the price of holding the asset, because the inventory will be the same in this case too. So now it's time to run Hummingbot. Hummingbot is suitable for developers and traders, because the traders can use the available strategies and tweak them using the parameters. Now I'm going to show you how to configure one. But the developers can also build their own custom strategies in Python directly. And this is a cheat sheet that I built like in November. Well, this is the last edit, but like 3 months ago. And this cheat sheet lets you build, it's very useful to build scripts that are like lightweight strategies that we have in Hummingbot. They are pure Python, and they are very simple to create a strategy. You can create a pure market making strategy in 70 lines of code. So it's very useful. You have a lot of examples in the code base right now. And we are also running a bot camp that is like a boot camp, but we call it bot camp because you learn how to code bots, where we teach how to market make. It's a 4 weeks course that teach you how to build these kind of bots with the scripts, and then you have to create another one by yourself. So, it's time to check Hummingbot. To start, I will show you first. This is our web page. So here you can use a test drive to run in the cloud. Here's the link for the bootcamp, and here you have the documentation. So if you go to the docs, you will find different sections. Here, I will recommend you to go to installation, and then you have to select which kind of installation do you want. In YouTube, you can find videos of, I created a video of how to deploy Hummingbot in AWS. So you can do the same, for example, in GCP, DigitalOcean, or the cloud provider that you want. But you also can deploy Hummingbot in Docker in your own computer. You can run Hummingbot from source. This is like installing Anaconda. It's more for development. That's the way that I'm going to use right now. Also, you can install it in a Raspberry Pi, in the cloud. And there is also an example of a Docker Compose where you can run multiple bots. Don't worry, because sometimes the people get stuck in installation. My recommendation is to install Docker, because it's much more easy to start when you're using Docker. And the thing is that you have to install first of all Docker in your machine, and then depending on the system that you have, the operating system, you have to download these files. If you can see, we can check one of these files what it's doing, but it's a bash script that is getting the Hummingbot image from Docker and running the bot, creating all the folders for you that you're going to use, and with that you will be okay. Then you have to run just this script, and it's very useful. So sometimes it's better to watch a video instead of following these instructions. So you can go to our YouTube channel, and you will see all the videos there too. So once you have the installation ready, then the next thing is to start the client. In this case, my path, instead of using Docker, Docker is the easy way. So that's why I'm going to show you the more complicated way, that is using the code base. So in this case, I cloned our repository from GitHub. If you go to GitHub, you're going to find Hummingbot. And in this case, we're going to use this way because I would like to show you where are the folders and the stuff. So inside these scripts folders, you're going to find all the script examples that you can check how they are built and customize them in a very easy way. And also, I would like to show that here inside the conf folder, you have the different configuration for the strategies and all that stuff. Well, to run Hummingbot, you can go to a terminal and run, I can use something here. You can run this script that is bin hummingbot.py, and inside the terminal, Hummingbot will start automatically for you. One important thing before, this is how Hummingbot starts. So it has to put the password, and with the password, it will start the client. So this is the client, how you can have the client. Here you're going to receive some warnings. It was a very common warning that FTX is an issue. Well, I think that all of us know what happens. So this is the client. In this case, I have the configuration here in Python. There's also a video how to do this, but I can run Hummingbot just with this click, and it's much more easy. So when you start the client, you can run the balance command to check your balances. So if you check here, I have the balances of Binance and Huobi. So it says Huobi, I have one. I transfer this money just to show you how to use Huobi right now, but I have the balances of Huobi. Now the question is how I connected Huobi to this to Hummingbot, to this program. Well, there is a promotion right now between Huobi and Hummingbot that if you sign up with a link that is this link. This is the promotion that we have right now. But if you sign up with the referral link, you're going to have 50% of discount with in trading fees. That's a very, very important thing when you are doing high frequency trading, because you want to have the lower fees that you can. And the other things that you can do to reduce your fees are to increase your trading volume, or also hold some tokens. Also, you can download the app and receive rewards. So, well, you can do a lot of things. So, well, once I created the account, I will show you the account here. This is my account. This is just for testing purposes, so don't worry. What you have to do is to create an API keys and secrets. So as you can see here, I already created this API, and if I delete the API, that is a thing that I'm going to do right now. If I delete the API, you will see that now in the client, if I run the balance command again, you will see that now there is an error that says API signature not valid. So 1 minute before, the API lets me retrieve balances, and right now I cannot do it. So that's a good thing, because you know that you are secure. So once you remove the API keys, you're going to be secure. Now let's create a new API. One important thing, don't follow me because I'm going to show you my API keys just for this purpose, but I'm going to delete them after this call. And also I'm not going to allow withdrawals, so I'm secure. So what I'm going to do is to create an API key that will be test, and I'm going to allow the read only. This is for read information from Huobi, and I will allow to trade. So once I click here in create, I have to read this stuff I read yesterday, so I know what that means, and I have to write here, I understand. So now I have to receive a code. I will go to, I will move this to this screen. I'm receiving the code here. Okay, so I have the code here. Is like this. Now I click on confirm, and now I have my API keys that I have here. This is the access key. This will be like the API key, and this is the secret key that will be the one that will let me authenticate. Please don't share these keys with anybody, because they are going to be able to trade with your account if not. So that's why I'm going to delete this after this call. So if we go to the client, here we have to run connect Huobi, and it will say, do you like to replace your existing API keys? Yeah, I would like to do it, because before I have these API keys already with the ones I deleted. So here I will copy the access key, I will paste it here, and I will copy also this secret key, and I will paste it here. So now it's going to see, now you are connected to Huobi, and if I run the balance command again, you will see that now there is no warning, there is no errors, and I'm already connected to Huobi. So that's how you can connect with Exchange. Now let's see how we can trade something. So if we go here to the trading interface, in this case, we are in BTC USDT. So if we check in the documentation.org, let's go to the documentation. Here you have in the strategies, in this strategy section, you have a lot of these strategies. So you have Avellaneda market making. This is a good one too. This is from a paper from Avellaneda and Stoico. You have cross-exchange market making, fixed grid strategy, liquidity mining, perpetual, pure market making. Well, let's check pure market making. In pure market making, we have all these parameters, like the bid spread, asset spread. This is the difference, the distance from mid price. Well, you have all these parameters to tweak in your strategy and customize it as you want. So let's create just one. In this case, I'm going to create a pure market making. So how I can do is to select create, and it will ask me what is the strategy that I want. If you press tab, you have all the different strategies that you can use. So I will select pure market making, and which is the spot connector that I would like to do is Huobi. I would like to use Huobi. So now you can select the trading pair that you want to use, and Hummingbot, when it starts, it retrieves all the trading pairs from the exchange, so you have them available here. So if I press tab again, you will see that I have all the trading pairs that are available in the exchange to use here, or I can simply run BTC USDT and select that market. So now Hummingbot will start asking me some questions like, hey, which is the bid spread that you want. So for example, in this case, I would like to select a bid spread of 0.0, for example, 8%, or yeah, something like that, or 0.1%, just or 5% in this case. The asset spread, this will be 0.5% too. How often I would like to replace the bid and ask, can be 20 seconds, or yeah, 20 seconds will be okay. The amount of BTC per order, I can say something like that. Ping pong feature, if you want, you can read about this in the documentation, but essentially is that if you execute a buy order, the next order that you are going to execute has to be a sell order, and you're going to alternate between different kind of orders, so you execute the opposite one all the time. So I will disable that, and I will say the configuration file. Those are the parameters that Hummingbot asked me for the first time, but if I want to configure them, I can run config, and it will show me all the parameters that I have available. And you can, for example, if I want to change the bid spread, I have to write config bid spread and change it to 0.0, for example, and it will be different. The other way to do this is to go to the directory, go to configuration, strategies, conf pure market making 2, that is the one that we built, and here you have all the parameters, the exchange that we are using, the market, and on all these parameters that you can select. One feature that I will strongly recommend you to use is the hanging orders, because the hanging orders is a very good, one of the only way that you can make money when doing market making, because when you have two orders and one gets executed, it will remain the other order in the market. It won't cancel that order, because for example, in this case, every 20 seconds, it will remove the two orders and place two more. But if one of the two orders gets executed, it will keep the other order in the market. So until you get the mean reversion and you capture the volatility. So that's how you can make sure that you are making profits with the hanging orders. So I recommend you to change this parameter to true. But well, that's all about how you can make the configuration. So well, let's run the strategy. To run it, once you have the strategy imported, if you are starting the client again, let's do that just to show you. But if you're starting Hummingbot again, you will see that this strategy is no longer here. So in order to start it again, you have to run the import command. So you can see strategy file is none. So I have to import the strategy. So this will be conf pure market making 2. And then you have to run start. When I run start, it will start initializing the orders. As you can see, I will run status live. So as you can see, I have an error because I don't have enough balance to place the BTC order. As you can see, I have only the buy order placed here because I don't have balance to place the BTC order. And as you can see, when the age of the order is in 20 seconds, it automatically removes the order and places the order again. So we can see that also here in Huobi, this is our order, the order that we are placing. And all is working as expected because I don't have balance of BTC, so I cannot place the two orders. If I want to make an example, I can, for example, buy this amount of BTC. Let's buy it on market just to have it in our balance. So now, when the age is in 20, you will see that now that I have balance of BTC, Hummingbot is placing the two orders. I am market making in this market, and here in Huobi, we are seeing the 2 orders in the market. So, well, that's all about how you can use Hummingbot to run a market making bot. It's easy. Probably the most difficult steps are the installation. Once you get familiar with that, it will be very, very, very simple. And as you can see, is very good. It's automatically canceling orders, placing orders in the market. So, well, is very important. And now a good thing is that we are refactoring the Huobi connector to the latest standard, so it will be available, I think, that in less than 1 or 2 weeks. The quality of the connector right now is very good, but it will be better like in 1 or 2 weeks, because we launched an initiative to refactor all the certified connectors that are our partners to the latest standards. Just to show you the last thing, sorry if I... I will stop this bot. I will show you some of the cool things about Hummingbot, some of the potentials that or the things that you can do, the crazy things that you can do with Hummingbot. So in this case, I have here scripts. So this script is to show you how to code a custom format status on Huobi. I'm going to show the volume that we have in Huobi. Let's just show it to make things simpler. But this code is available in detail, and it shows you how to get how much volume I have below this price. If you go here, this is the order book. If you want to check the volume of the market, you can aggregate the order book, for example. This is in 50 Bitcoins, and you will see that where is the volume placed in the order book. So if you want to compare this just by yourself, it will be very, very difficult. And if you want to do it in multiple markets to find opportunities, also will be very difficult. So that's why you have to use bots for that. So in this case, I'm saying, hey, I want to know which is the volume that is below 1% of all these markets for these exchanges. So if I run here the client, I will place a password too. If I run, in this case, it's a script, it's not a strategy, so I don't have to import that. I just have to run start script. In this case, is format status example. You will see that if I run status live, now I'm seeing this custom format status, and I can check the volume that is below 1% and minus 1% for all these exchanges. So as you can see, there is much more volume in, well, Binance is the largest one, but the next one in this list is Huobi. You can find a volume higher in this case than KuCoin and Gates. This is very good because if you have a strategy that has to hedge in some market, it's very attractive to use these kind of markets. So, well, that's essentially all I have for today. I hope that you enjoy this. It's useful to start building your own bots. Well, I don't know if you have any questions.
Sure. I think my last question, just to wrap up, will be what's, like, if there's anyone from the audience right now that would like to get connected to Hummingbot and connected with the team specifically, what's the best way to connect with you guys? What's the best way also to get support if there's anyone here who will need support in the future?
Yeah, for that, we have a Discord channel. We have a very active community in the Discord. I will recommend you to join to the channels. We have channels for traders, we have a channel for developers, where you can ask questions, hang out with other people too. And also, I have some office hours in the Discord where you can book time with me if you have any specific developer questions. And if you want to learn how to code your own bots or how to do some custom stuff, I would recommend you to join the bot camp. That is a 4-week it's like a cohort course. So you are going to learn there how to code trading bots, and also it's like we split the course in one conceptual part that is Mike, that is the CEO, is the one that teach that part, and I teach how to code. So it's for me a very good course to start with that too.
Good. I think that you have covered it all, more than expected, to be honest. I'm very pleased with this webinar. I think that it's going to keep recorded on YouTube for the years and months ahead. And anyone who is currently trading on Huobi can come back to this video and see this amazing tutorial that you, Federico, has created. So yeah, without further ado, I would like to conclude this webinar by saying thanks on behalf of the broker team of Huobi Global, and looking forward for a next one, probably next quarter.
Okay, thank you very much, Miguel.
Bye-bye. Have a good day.